y'all! I'm Siobhan Muir. Welcome back to Cooking with Siobhan. Today we are going to make really it's an American favorite. It's called sweet cornbread muffins. Cornbread is a traditional goodie that is really common in the southeast of the United States. Most people will make it of some form or another. This one happens to be sweet cornbread. I've had both sweet and unsweetened cornbread. I admit I kind of prefer the unsweetened because then you drizzle honey over it, then you get the sweet cornbread. Or the sweetened cornbread is really good too, then you can just eat it with butter. So today we are going to make sweetened cornbread. What are you going to need? You are going to need 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and I'm making this gluten-free. So this will be a gluten-free cornbread. These will be cornbread muffins, so we'll do individuals. So you'll need 1.5 cups of 1-to-1 baking flour. You will need 3/4 cup of cornmeal. Now I said cornmeal rather than yellow cornmeal because today we're using blue cornmeal. I don't have any yellow cornmeal, I just have blue. But it's a really good substitute if you want to make kind of an unusual cornbread muffin. This is the ticket. 1/2 cup of granulated white sugar, 5 teaspoons of baking powder. That's a lot of baking powder, but that's what the recipe calls for. 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 cup of butter. You are going to melt this in a saucepan, so definitely have a saucepan waiting for you. An extra large egg, large will work. 1 cup of milk, just over here. And a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Those are the things you're going to need. Now, what do you start with? Preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 204 degrees Celsius. So this is only gonna bake for about 15 to 18 minutes, so you definitely want your oven hot, and it's gonna be a pretty quick thing. Then spray 2 muffin tins with vegetable oil spray, or line them with muffin liners. That's what I do, because also the neat thing about the muffin liners is you can give these things away and you don't have to worry about them breaking apart. It's kind of a good way to give it to other people. When I read the bottom of this thing, it says yield is about 18 muffins or so. So when I think of muffin tins, I think of the 6. So you're gonna need at least 3. I have my big one and one of these things, so that if you need more, there's always another muffin tin. In a large bowl, combine the flour, cornmeal, sugar, baking powder, and salt. So you need 1.5 cups of gluten-free flour. 1.5 cups of gluten-free flour. 3/4 cup of cornmeal. Ta-da! Isn't it cool? It's purple. Purple cornmeal. 1/2 cup of granulated white sugar. Ta-da! The 5 teaspoons of baking powder. 1 teaspoon of salt. All right. That you will probably want to whisk together because you want it to be completely combined. This is going to be the base of your cornbread muffins. All right. Now, if it was yellow cornmeal, it'd be vaguely yellow. But because we do things purple around here, in a separate bowl or small saucepan, melt the butter. So we're going to use a saucepan. Actually, I could use a microwave. I just need a big enough bowl. Maybe we'll do that. Why make another thing I have to hand wash? Unwrap your butter though. Don't melt it with the wrapper on. Doesn't taste nearly as good. What you're going to do is you're going to melt this completely. And then once you do that, you're going to beat the egg and add it along with the vanilla and the milk to it. Ta-da! Just just going to encourage it to melt entirely. Once you've melted the butter, set it to just cool a little bit because you're going to want it to cool. Then whisk the egg lightly. Lightly? What is that phrase from The Princess Bride? Gently!
Gently. Gently.
Lightly whisked egg. As it cools, you're going to add in the egg, then add in the milk, then add in the vanilla. So that was half a cup of butter, 1 stick, 1 large egg, lightly whisked, 1 cup of milk, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Whisk those together. You know, if we had yellow cornmeal, this would all match. This is vaguely yellow, it would be vaguely yellow. Make a well in the center of the dry ingredients and pour in the mixed liquid, stirring lightly until just blended. So what we'll do is we'll make a well. There's no way it'll fit, but we're supposed to make a well. And we're gonna pour that in there. Stir lightly until just blended. So really what you want is no loose liquid and not really any dry cornmeal. There you go. Real simple. And like I said, I just wanted to make sure that there was no dry materials left, so no pockets of that. But you're not whipping this thing. Now it says spoon into the muffin tin and bake at 400 or 204 Celsius for 15 to 18 minutes until the muffins have risen, are golden brown and springy. Make sure your hands are clean because this is going to take your fingers. But what I would do is just put spoonfuls in and you can see it's already kind of fluffy because we didn't overmix. Now again, I'm putting in just enough to start it so I can make sure that all of my muffin cups have stuff in them, but I will obviously add to those that have the least amount. Okay, like I said, this is not finished by any stretch of the imagination, but I wanted to make sure there was enough for these. Now, I will refill, I will fill the rest of them once I have these ones filled. All right. The dough is good. Okay. Looks pretty good. I mean, it's not yellow, but it looks pretty good. So as it says, bake for 15 to 18 minutes until the muffins have risen, are golden brown and springy to the touch. So, put those in there. Set my timer for 17 minutes, just to see. Set it to go. And we'll be back to show you what they look like when they come out. Yeah, I think they're ready. I'm impressed that they swelled as much as they did. I was looking at them like, I don't know if this is gonna help, but blue corn muffins. But these are sweet cornbread muffins. I'm gonna let them cool though, before I pick them up and eat them. I think the recipe says, pop out of the tins and let cool before serving. I'm going to wait to pop them out of the tins even a little bit because the easiest way to do this is just flip them over because, like I said, they're loose in here. So, but let's let them cool a little bit and then we'll break one open and show you what it looks like. Okay, so now they're cool enough. I mean, they're still a little warm, but they're cool enough. Ooh. Ah, And this is gluten-free. I might be really hungry. That might be my excuse. Great recipe. Works out gluten-free. And it this is a great thing you could do since the Thanksgiving holiday is coming very soon. Celebrated in the US. These would be a great addition for a family gathering. We make cornbread muffins for Thanksgiving. Delicious. Anyway, gosh, these are good. I have to share these. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. Definitely ring the bell to find out when there's new videos up. Subscribe to the channel. That'll give you a leg up to be able to find out when there's new videos. Like and comment on this video. Did you use the regular cornmeal? Did you find another kind of cornmeal? And did you use more sugar? Do you use less sugar? Whatever you choose to do. Did you make them for your holiday? And then definitely sign up for Patreon, which is patreon.com/Siobhan Muir. That way you get extra goodies and it helps the author, especially in these hard times when we're all facing whether or not we'll be paid in the next few weeks. Or you can go to ko-fi.com, ko-fi.com, and find my page, and you can support me that way. $3 a month. You can sign up for the subscription, or you can just do a random $3 a month, or $3 when you're just thinking about it. Helps me as the author, helps us survive these hard times, and lets me keep making these videos. So definitely sign up for that. So thank you so much for joining us. Happy making, happy baking, happy eating, and happy reading. Bye.